Such a fucking lady.
We probably shouldn't start the episode like with a big ass sip and gulp, but yeah, that's how we starting it. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are Such a Fucking Lady, the podcast. Yeah, you know the vibes, the vibbies.
I'm your host, Shawty Red or Deja.
And I'm your host, Chef Taya.
Hey, Chef Stacks.
Chef Stacks, if you nasty. Every week I'm gonna say something different. That's whatever I feel like.
I don't like your vibs.
Right, and they call me what they call me. Like they call me what they call me. You know what I mean? The streets, everybody call me something different in the streets. You know, I can't really control that. You know what I mean? You know, I'm different things to different people.
Why does she think she's a thug?
I am. Like, in my mind, I am. But, like, people that I've dated have told me, like, your voice is too squeaky to sound like a thug. Like, it sounds like a joke. Do it sound like a joke? It's like I'm joking?
Absolutely.
It's like I'm joking?
Yeah, and then you... Never mind, I ain't gonna go there.
Thank you. Please don't go there. Whatever you're gonna go at, please do not go there.
I'm gonna go the opposite direction.
All I was gonna say, I mean, we want to talk about not going there. What I would like to say is, on a previous episode that will probably, I'm sure it's going to air after this, you said that you said that you would wait 12 months to define the relationship. Could you recap the people? Because they haven't seen that, and I don't even think we've released clips on that yet. So could you recap them on that topic, or your point of view, your stance? I don't fucking know what to call it, but the craziness.
So, I have said previously that I was willing to wait, like, you know how long you're willing to wait until you make things official with the person you're dating or whatever. I said that I was willing to wait a year. Like
year.
All right, and then
a calendar year.
In the same breath. I reneged.
Okay.
Because 4 months in, I was like, okay, what is it?
What we doing? Right, but her initial thought was that
I will wait.
You thought you could.
I thought I could, honestly, because
I don't know why you thought that, though.
Because I'm gonna go with the flow type of person.
Deja, okay, we already went there, so I'm not gonna go there with her again. You already go with the flow, but you are a lover as well. So it's like you going with the flow, kinda. You going with the flow, but you're gonna start putting that pressure. So,
well, he got the point now.
Okay, period.
We'll be moving in March.
Oh. Well, that brings me to my next question. How soon is too soon? Okay.
Too soon to what, move in?
For everything, right? So, like, I feel like everybody has, like, I don't, but I know a lot of people have time frames for, like, everything that they want to do. Like, I gotta wait 3 months before I fuck. He gotta do this for me before. No, you know what? Now, you know I got time frames, like, when it comes to, like, you gonna take me out. You know I'm the queen of taking me out. You gonna do that. But it's like, how soon is too soon? Like, to move in? To whatever? To fuck? To give up that cooey cat? Like,
to get fellatio?
All of that. But we'll get into that later. But for you, okay.
For me.
How soon? We'll start at the top, right? So before you even get into a relationship you're just dating. You're kicking it. Matter of fact, I got one for you. How soon is what? How soon is too soon to invite a nigga to your crib?
Okay.
Let's be candid.
All right, yeah. In past times, like first time, come on, first date, come over. I have been that person. These days I require.
You got a nigga now, so you can't even say that.
Well, you're right. All right. So in the past, because like I said, y'all, I was super go with the flow, so it was just kind of like, just come over, like you know what I'm saying. We just kick it at the house. We watch movies, whatever. Bring a bottle or something like that.
Right.
You know?
And we can kick it.
Oh, we can just kick it. We order fucking DoorDash or Uber Eats or some shit, and we just kick it. And
I'm hungry now.
Me too. We ordered some chicken wings. So.
I was gonna say that, but we don't wait. We don't wait till halfway through. We take our break to order those chicken. They should be here as soon as we.
Yeah, but then I realized that doing that lowers the value. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because now it's just like there's nothing to work for.
Right.
So now it's just like, why do you want more than what we got going on? Because I like what we got going on, and it's just like,
So do you feel like that has set the precedent for like your past relationships? Or, matter of fact, I know that, like, maybe you wasn't even looking at it like that, right? But I'm saying, like, in hindsight, like, looking back, like, do you, not even, I mean, you know, they don't all have different levels. But, like, going into it, do you feel like if you would have did it differently, it may have had a different outcome?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because now you're looking at me as a certain, like, you know, this just is what it is.
The mode,
and then whenever I'm just like, well, no, like,
I'm not that girl.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not no. Right.
And like, you could come over and we could kick it. You could come over like 2 weeks in a row straight and we could just have kicked it and not have had sex. And then now once we start having sex,
you feel like you don't got to work towards, I guess.
Right. Yeah. And so like, it has and then it hasn't. And there's some guys it's just like, oh no. Yeah. We can be in a relationship. It's fine. It's cool.
Right.
And then some guys is like, a relationship, like, bitch, we was just kicking it. I
we was kicking it, right? I thought we had an understanding of me and you.
Now you want more than
a relationship.
And then they realize, you know, they leave and then they come back. They're just like, oh fuck, I didn't mean it. It won't like that.
Right.
I do want the relationship.
Right.
My bad.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if you like it, then you shouldn't look at me.
Facts. Okay. So yeah, I feel like now you know I require several dates before you go over my house. Like I've done, like don't get me wrong, I'm gonna get into ain't no stick up my ass. Be very clear, but on a normal standard, like if I'm meeting somebody and I feel like we're talking and I'm like, okay, yeah, like cool, like we trying to build towards something, because I'm always dating with intention. Always. I'm always dating with intention. Everybody know I'm like a serial monogamous. I always got a nigga. If I don't got a nigga, I got a nigga. Like that's just me. So it's like I'm always dating somebody because I want to like build into something. So like to begin with, I'm always like, and it's not even like I'm doing it because I feel like this is like what you should do. No, this is just literally who I am. I want you to take me out, court me, make me feel special. Because like for me, I gotta feel a certain kind of way towards you to even want to like trust you in my space, or to be comfortable, or to like even want to fuck you, like like, or anything like that. So for me, I prefer like you're gonna take me out at least twice before you come to the crib. You know what I mean? Like you gotta at least do it like at least twice. That's all I'm saying. But like, don't get me wrong. Like I've had one night stands with people that turn into fucking whirlwind romances. Like I don't think I've only had one night stand. No, I take that back. But I was young then. That don't count. Anything that you did like before like 23 don't even count. Like I don't even know those guys anymore. Like do those guys even exist?
Can we say like 25?
25? No, because then it's my story. Because I think I met who at the U bar.
No, the fuck we was not no fucking. But bitch, we was 24.
If I said anything you do before 23, I couldn't say 25. At the U bar, if I'm saying I can't say him because I want to. That's what I was saying. Like I had a one night stand, and like I met this nigga like when I started from the bottom. Now we here. Me and Dej had just got our apartment, baby. Like we had nothing. Okay, so I met him, and I did have a one night stand, and then we ended up kicking it for a while, like a long while. Like I thought we was maybe in love, but he was married. I didn't even know that. Like, but I don't know what it is. I just think I'm a married man magnet. No, but like
it was fine too.
He was, baby.
Choosing.
Baby, me and Dad were both in there like, Well, Sunday's best one, like, have your pick of the litter. Like, what you want? Who you want? What you want? What you want? Who you want? Who you trying to see? Who you want? But yeah, he was fine. But like, honestly, like, he told me he was married. Like, he got really drunk one night, and he called me. He was like, I want to be honest with you, I'm married. And I was already into the thick of it, so I was just like, we're gonna play it out. And then he went to Paris and disappeared, and I didn't hear from him again. He said he was going to Paris for work.
Look at my nails.
That's what he told you. Because my nails like that in several episodes. So we not gonna, maybe. And I got like, I was like 4 and like one. I don't even know why I had them still on. But yeah, he went to Paris, left, and then I talked to him again like a few months later, and then we did kick it again a couple more times. But like I told y'all in the last episode, I'm not. You already know I'm.
No, on the straight and narrow.
Null and void with the.
On the straight.
Anybody who got any ties to any null and void is done with. So, anyways, I don't think it's too soon for like. I think it depends on what you want. So, what I will say is like, all men are different in a way, but in the sense of like they do have a general idea of like when they meet a woman, like what they want from that woman, and that I feel like they are basing it off of what you present to them and what you allow or what they feel like you allow. Mm-hmm. So like, either they put you in a box, it's like, yeah, no, I'm not this box. So you're either gonna be in this new box with me and realize that I'm not what you thought I was, or you're gonna have this idea of me and I'm not that idea, you know, because people are gonna judge you off whatever they judge you off, or whether it's coming over the first time or not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my boyfriend came over the first time, but like, we went on a lunch date before, and I was like,
tell him about the second time.
Okay, so the first time he came over, we went on a lunch date earlier that day, and then I was going to Miami the next day, and so I was like, come help me pack, you know.
Right, bullshit.
But right, and so he came over and he stayed the night, but no, we did not have sex. But
he was putting it on her back though. He's putting it on her back.
But the second time he came over, I don't even remember. I was too drunk.
I do.
He shouldn't have been here.
He shouldn't have.
He shouldn't have been here. And I tell him that. I actually said that to him yesterday. You should not have been here that night.
She was a mess.
But he was.
She grown though.
He was also drunk, so he doesn't even remember.
But I will say, I did stay to get a good look at him, just in case he tried some slick shit. I had got a really good look at him, so you know what I'm saying. He had size 12 shoes or 13s. What size are they?
15.
15s. It's the main thing I remembered. I said, what size are those?
Big okay. For me.
Period. Okay, and so
I'm not sharing.
Okay. All right, bet. So we are not. What the fuck was he even fucking talking about? Who fucking knows,
How
bitch?
Soon is too
How soon is too soon? It's never too soon. Do what you want. No,
it's never
but
too soon. No.
Okay, bet. So boom. So it's coming over. We already whatever. So sex. Do you have a sex? Well, she answered that in the first question. Do you have a sex timeline? I don't have a timeline for nothing. But do you have a sex timeline?
No. If the vibes is right, the vibes is right.
But I don't be mad at. Okay, because you know what? Like, here's the thing. Like, I feel like. Okay, because I know me and you, and fuck it, I'm about to go off my little outline that I got. You already know. Because I know me and you, I know that we will be make great wives to somebody, right? Mm-hmm. But I do feel like that there is like a mold of like what a wife looks like, and I think you understand what I'm saying. I can look at a bitch and I'm like, oh, she looks like a wife.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but like if you know, for the girls who know, they know.
The girls who get it. And the girls who don't.
So I'm just like, I'll look at certain girls, and it's like they kind of like put together, they look quiet, but they're the ones who be the freaks, because everybody know I love me a quiet bitch, except for the couple of them that y'all is crazy. But in general, I do love quiet bitches or whatever, and just because
except
they look,
for that one, I did not like that one.
They look wholesome. So I mean, I get the like image of like she looks like a wife type thing, but I also get the image of like we are wives as well. Like we are the fucking table. Like we bring a lot of things to the table. Like money, love,
knowledge, love,
everything. We smart.
Absolutely.
Can spell. We won the spelling bee. We all at the group chat. We won the motherfucking spelling bee. Y'all scared to come back. That's all we saying. Like,
what that motherfucker?
We need to make this an intellectual podcast because, like, all we saying is it's levels. Everybody has levels to them. It has like different tiers. We are not just one dimensional. That's all. We're not a monolith. Okay, we're not the same. So
no. So
yeah. So I feel like people have men in general kind of have like a. I don't really know, I feel like the guys I've dated, like, I've always left. So, like, I don't feel like any guy I've dated thought that I wasn't a wife. I always felt like that they wasn't a husband and they wasn't enough for me. So, like, I've never let nobody leave me because I always felt like they wasn't enough. But I do feel like if you look at a woman, she looks put together and prim and proper, and then she has on a pencil skirt and kitten heels, and then you're like, kitten heels. And the blazer. She works at the bank. So, like, you're like, oh, okay. Like, you know what I mean?
A cookie cutter.
She makes salmon every night with just salt and pepper. Okay.
Put a little lemon circle.
Right. She's a wife, like, type thing. But I feel like you can find wives in different packages, and I do feel like this era of bitches, of like bad bitch, quote unquote, they taught us that, cause like these niggas wifing.
They wifing them. Fake bodies, fake
whatever. Strippers, fuck. They winning. They winning.
They're winning.
Shout
out to y'all. Because I don't even have that kind of courage.
Like,
me and Natalia looked up stripper outfits for me one time because I had a stripper partner that I was going to strip with. And she stripped, and I did not. Maybe she still is today. I don't know. Shout out to you. Go, girl.
So, yeah. I love her to death, but, is what it is. So, but yeah. So, we're going to transition. I do think that you don't have to have a timeline for anything that you want to do. But, back in the day, they used to say, I know y'all ain't out there shacking up.
Okay.
Y'all shacking up. Man, I done shacked up so many times, I can't even count.
I've never shacked up. For real. You know what I'm saying? For play, I have. It's
now,
like a month
now I'm going to call your bluff. I'm going to call your bluff. I'm going to call your bluff.
Call it.
Now, oh boy, when you was in college.
Okay, he did.
That's why you say no names.
Okay, but for like 2 months until he got his same apartment that he moved out of, he moved back in. Mm-hmm. So like for 2 months, he did live with me and my roommates. Okay, so he didn't count.
No. Okay, boom. What about now?
Well, I'm shacking up.
Wait, hold on.
You see his socks and his t-shirts?
I mean, it's a shack. I mean, you know what I mean? I get it. I get what you're saying. He's not completely so.
Right, no. I mean, but come March 6th.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the whole day.
Oh yeah, March 6th. He will be.
I don't know if we're gonna make it the whole hour. We tapped out.
My little sister. Girl, I told you I was gonna call you back. She must got something to tell me.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so you shacked up then. You shacked up.
I said for play now, because all of this is play.
In LA, when you was out in LA,
I was in Sacramento.
Whatever you was the fuck at.
Right, I said for play.
Where you shouldn't have been.
I said for real. I haven't for real shacked up.
What the fuck is the difference? Okay, well, what's the definition of for real if a fake shacking up?
Because I don't know.
Because
all right, so what? All right, yeah. Sacramento was a real fucking
shack up, baby.
It was. I fucking hate it. It was the worst time of my life. Oh my god, I wish I could take it back. Every day.
Oh man,
I'm tired. I'm
exhausted.
Of him and his baby. Beyonce, whatever.
Who nose this week. It's a different thing, different week. You know, you was knee deep. You was heels deep. So, bitch, that is a motherfucking shack up. He could be standing outside right now. That is a shack up. He counts.
Why would you say that out loud?
Because it's the truth. He's crazy. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But I mean, after me, you know, I mean, I done shacked and shacked up and unshacked and shacked again. I done kicked niggas out of their own apartments. Like, once we started shacking up. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have an answer for that. Like, like I did it. I mean, I don't know. I don't have that. I mean, I get it for the girls who had that upbringing where their mom was like, no shacking up and blah 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 and all this other stuff.
Remember our one friend who used to hide from her parents?
Oh God, up? That's funny. Like, yeah, like my first time, I couldn't even hide from my mom. My family's so nosy. There would be no way to hide it. But yeah, like I'm shacking up now. And I'm gonna keep shacking up. I'm always shacking and not shack. Ooh, and we talking about how soon is too soon?
It's none of my business. It's none of my business.
Baby.
This baby here.
You know what they say, we move fast. So so all I'm gonna say is that with this one here, it was like lights, 5, camera, 4, 3, action. 2, 1. Right, literally, lights, camera, action, go. You're in a relationship. You're serious. This is it. Like you know, very fucking fast.
I like y'all. Y'all cool and whatnot. Fucking with it.
It's stupid. But yeah, okay, so I've shacked up before. Like, so I did it, like, somebody else with for a while. We shacked up. Our first time shacking up is because he was trying to call my bluff, but then I called his. So what happened was, I told this motherfucker, do not go to bike week. And he thought that shit was a game. He thought I was playing with him.
I probably passed him, didn't know it was
exactly.
him.
He was out there. He was with they was all driving Chargers and shit out there. Whoopty, 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 whoop. He had his Charger. They drove it out there. And so.
He probably passed me and I was like,
okay, you already know who it was too. So, you know how you like him. Like, you know how you like him. So you probably did for real. Like, you know how you like him.
He stepped out the car and I was like,
right? No, you didn't. You know he looked good. Stop it. Stop it.
But his height doesn't meet the requirements.
That boy like 6. No, he's like 6'2". He's playing basketball. Girl, please. No, you wouldn't. Girl, stop. Just because you got a 6'7" now, don't act like it. Cause I know something that he taller than.
Oh.
So that being said, I told this motherfucker, I said,
he want this bad.
I told him,
no.
You so childish. Woo!
I bought him a Roomba. You better be satisfied.
Even. So I told him, I said, do not go to bike week. And I even told him not to go, but at that point, I already had trust issues. I was dating this man when I was 18 and he was 23. So I got to think about how mind-fucked I was over him. Mm-hmm. I was 18, I was 23, and I didn't really even leave this man until I was like 24. Like, so, like, officially. Yeah, yep. So I was like, yep, that's when it was. So I was 18, 19, who knows at this point. Matter of fact, I was 19 because he had came back from cruise because he had left for a while and came back. So I had told him, do not go to bike week. He said he did not go. He said I wasn't going. So he called me that night. He said he was at his friend's house playing a video game. I'm like, you over there late. But I'm a creature of habit, and I do not like change. So, like, I'm okay with, like, certain changes, but, like, in people's behavior, it makes me, like, I see you. Because, like, people are creatures of habit. I really believe that.
Also, you can feel energy. Like, you know your energy off.
Right. And the same things you do every day, every other day, it's like your pattern. And I know he wasn't a hang out with my friends ass nigga. Like, even if he do, he not doing it for hours upon hours. It's not his character. So I'm like, he said, oh, I'm at my friend's house, we kicking it, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna call you back the game loud, all this other stuff. I'm just like,
Yeah, let me tell you, this is one of my favorites from her boyfriends, besides her nigga now, because I really like him now. Right. But before him, it was him.
Right, he's so stupid. So I'm like, we on the phone. I'm like, yeah, so he's like, yeah, I'm at so-and-so house. We playing the game. I said, let me tell you this. I was like, something in my spirit, it don't feel right. And I was like, and if I got, in fact, not yet. So that was then. So the next morning, I talked to him because we didn't talk, like, the end of that, we didn't talk. I'm like, that's weird. He know me, like, we talk. The next morning I talked to him, he talking low, he whispering and shit, like, all on the phone, like, yeah, babe, yeah, I'm just laying down, I'm tired, man, I just woke up. I'm just like, you just woke up? I'm like, it's mad quiet. Like, it's quiet over there. I don't hear nothing. You know how somebody sitting in the hotel hallway and you can tell? And I'm just like...
echo and shit like
right,
that.
I'm just like, it sound weird. Where you at? He's like, yeah, I'm at home in bed, man. I'm just laying down. I'm going to call you when I wake up. I'm just like, this nigga think I'm green. He think I'm a goofy. I was like, he think I'm a goofy. And I gotta use one of his words. I was like, he think I'm a goofy. I was just like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna tell you something. I was like, something in my spirit don't feel right. I said, and I don't know what it is. I said, but I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I was like, I'm a PI. I was like, and something don't feel right, I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. And so he was like, what you talking about? You tripping, blah, blah, blah. Anybody doing that, blah, blah. I said, okay, I'm going to get to the bottom. Don't you worry. So at this point, I ain't had no car. So I had told I told my sister's best friend, we was all living together. And my sister kind of kicked us out on the low, though, because she moved her nigga in. But that's a whole nother story. She think we forgot about that. We ain't forgave you for that. So anyway.
I wasn't there, so I forgive you.
Right. So I'm like, I was like, Chantel, let me borrow your car. So I borrowed her. So I took a car. I put up on his house, and I'm like banging on the front door. And his roommate's like, he's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "So you're not gonna let me in?" He was like, "What?" He's like, "What? So and so he ain't here." I'm not, whatever. I'm like, "So where he at?" He's like, "I don't know, whatever." I'm like, "So you're not gonna let me in, or whatever?" He was just like. But be clear, he a messy nigga. He's still a messy nigga to this day. I got more stories about that nigga.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah. So he was like this. So I go upstairs and he laughing. He funny. He laughing. Cause this nigga, he know what that nigga ain't. He know me, so he already know what the fuck about to happen. So I go upstairs. You know you can walk in niggas. Nigga, you ain't even been here. Right. No cologne in the air, no nothing.
It's dry
in here. I see his overnight. You know the man bag where you put the cologne and all that. What you call that shit? A toiletry bag.
Yeah,
his toiletry bag is gone. No clippers. I see his favorite Gucci shirts and shit pulled down and gone off the hanger. Something petty. Someone in the room, I call him, and this nigga laughing. He got his phone out. Because he laughing next door or whatever. Until I started breaking shit, and then he was upset. So I called. I'm like, hey, I'm like, where you at? He was like, I'm in the bed. No, he's like, I'm at the house or whatever. I was like, oh, you laying down or whatever? He's like, yeah. I'm like, no, the fuck you not laying down, motherfucker. I'm in your fucking room right now or whatever. And he's like, oh, babe. I'm like, no. So I'm spazzing out. Of course, you already know 19-year-old shit. So I'm spazzing out. So I'm in the room like the Hulk, right? But it's crazy because I knew I wasn't leaving. So I didn't break too much shit. So the TV, I didn't break. It was a big-ass TV, like 70-inch. But I didn't break it because I knew I'm going to be back and I might want to watch that TV. Because I was over there almost every night. So I was like, I'm not
to watch TV.
Right, I was like, I'm not gonna break that TV. So I didn't break the TV, but I took all his Louis and Gucci shoes, all that shit. I threw it in the bathtub. I put lotion all over everything. I took all them colognes, all the YSLs, because he didn't want to put me on everything from the gate. He was the first.
Don't you love one of them?
Baby, he was the first fly nigga I fucking knew, like for real, like with the shits. So I threw all that shit, colognes, perfume, all that in the bathtub. But he just came from overseas, so he had mad all of it in the bathtub, cracking it. Oil, all that stuff. And so his roommate was laughing until I punched the mirror, and then the mirror broke, and the apartment was in his name, so he was upset because, he was like, the mirror gotta get replaced. But long story short, I started shacking up right after that because he moved me in. He told me, he was like, well, in order for you, he was like, well, you can move in. You don't be mad at me, you can move in. And then I showed up with my bags. Like, okay, I made him come home that night. He caught a flight, and his friend drove his car back to Virginia, and he caught a flight back, and period, Pooh. And that night or the next day, we went to go wash clothes or something, and I put my clothes, and I was like, bring them upstairs. He's like, what you mean? I was like, you said I could move in, so I'm moving in. Like,
right,
cool.
Think it's a game?
I think it's a game. So that was my very first shack up. So when a nigga lie, he got paid for it. So he paid for it with a shack up.
Period.
Best time of my life. I didn't work for months, almost a year probably. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell y'all how this shack up happens. Hold on, though. So I will tell you all my shack up story. So how it happened. So I met the guy. We was kicking it. We was cool. Whatever. Whatever. And then, the man told me he was going to his sister's baby shower.
Oh shit.
Okay. Okay. And so at this
That's the one you're telling.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because the other one was just kind of like his lease was.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that's okay. Yep. Okay, go for it.
So,
the people need to hear it. No play.
They do, because I don't want you to ever get in this situation. It could be the same nigga.
It could be that girl.
He is a serial
killer. Not playing.
Cheater. And so he told me he was going to his sister baby shower, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see my sister in the hospital." At this point, he is staying with me, y'all. Like staying with me, heavy, driving my car.
You wild out with that nigga. That's probably the most I ever seen you wild out.
I was also depressed, but
I mean, but you know, everybody got a nigga that you be like, look at your friend like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that nigga, I was like...
Out of all niggas. And, like, from jump, I knew he was just like, let's have fun, play. But I fell all the way in. Like, I was like, anyway. But, like, yeah, so he was like, oh, I'm going to see my sister. And then he was like... He was like, come with me to Sacramento. And I was like, come with you to Sacramento? He was like, yeah, I got a spot out there. Me and my roommate got a spot. We grow weed. It's a grow house, whatever.
He moved my bitch into a grow house.
We slept in the living room on a leather couch.
We didn't hear you. We can't hear you.
We slept in the living room on a leather couch.
Oh, okay.
While the bitch, she was a stud. Slept in the bed. Comfortable.
Tucked in for the night.
Her and her bitches. Anyway, yeah, and so he convinced me, and I was like, okay, I put my apartment on Airbnb. It made money, so I ain't tripped. But
but they want the ideal shack up situation.
It was not the ideal. He started feeling bad because, like I said, y'all, he just had a fresh baby. So he started feeling bad about that, and so he started taking that out on me.
Right.
I was already going through my own shit.
Right.
Mentally.
Right.
It took a toll on me. So that lasted for 2 months. In Sacramento. It came back to Atlanta and lasted another 2 months. A month and a half. I gave up my apartment. Bad idea. I gave up my apartment. I moved. I hopped around from house to house, and then I finally moved here, and now we're here.
Yep. But baby, that's for a different day.
I'll never do it again. I'll tell you that.
Right.
I never let him in lead without me having my own. I didn't have my own at that point. I was living paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
I don't live paycheck to paycheck. I have a savings these days.
Right.
So I'll never be in that situation again.
Right.
But I was young and dumb.
Yeah.
So here we are.
You live and you learn, and like especially when it comes to like situations. I mean, so we will say maybe it's only too soon when the shack up ain't right.
Right.
So you need to make sure these men are on the level that they need to be on to be shacking up with. So it's like read the room. You know, like we know stuff and we go into it, we see the red flags, and then we're like, oh yeah, I'm still going to shack up with this nigga because he dicking me down, or I feel kind of way, or I'm down, or whatever the situation is. We put ourselves in these situations.
Stuck and you let your feelings take over instead of thinking logically.
Yep.
You think with your emotions instead of with your head.
Like a fool. So yeah, I mean, maybe I guess we'll say shacking up. Shacking up is the too soon. We'll say that. So shacking up when it ain't right is the too soon. Like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with shacking up, because to me, I'm like, I'd rather see how you live before I marry you. So I really don't get the concept of moving in, because like how somebody lives is a big deal. I've lived with people, and the reasons we broke up is because of how they live and the things that they did or didn't do, you know? So for me, it's like I said, like I don't mind submitting, but it's like in doing certain things that like the woman role, because I am old school in a sense of like women have. I'm not saying I should be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen, but I don't mind cooking you dinner and cleaning up and doing certain things. Right. But I also ain't paying no rent. So it's like certain things that I feel like I don't mind doing because certain things I expect you to do. But I've lived with men where they be like, and nobody I've talked about in this so far, but like I've lived with a guy and he was like, some of the trash, like take the trash out. He was like, oh, I mean, well, you put trash in there too. But let's be clear, this was the same nigga who ain't pump my gas and made me put my own gas at the gas station and had a nigga roll up on him and pull a gun on him because he won't pump my gas. But that was to the fault of me because like it shouldn't have even got to that point from the gate. But like I said, like when you're young and dumb, like you'll learn these things. Like as women, I feel like we go through so many things of like learning who we are. And it's like it is things that we already know that we not fucking with, but we could be fucking with a nigga so much that like we'll allow it, and we're like,
or we'll neglect.
Right, and we'll allow it and then be like, what the fuck was I doing? Like, how was I with this nigga for so long? Because this dude, I think I was with him for like a year at least. And then like, I think I was with him for so long with this guy because he was so much different than the past guy. He was the complete opposite. He was fun. He was adventurous. We did different things. We went whitewater rafting. We did all kind of random like activities. Like he'd be on Groupon. Oh, he was the Groupon king. Our first date was a Groupon date at the motherfucking
Oh, y'all did the escape room?
No. What's the one I told you? It used to be, Deja. Opera. Opera. Yeah. Opera used to have something on Groupon where you can get like 2 drinks free and get in or some shit like that. So we had went somewhere and he had like, yeah, I got these tickets at Opera, whatever. But y'all gotta realize at this time point, like me and Deja, we had just started like going out and so like I met him and like weirdly in my kind of like getting lit, and then we broke up, and then I started going back out again type thing. So it's like my friends started like really getting into it, and I wasn't a part of it because like he wanted to be there and be a part of everything that I was doing.
Yeah, but that man ruined my 25th birthday, the beginning of my 25th birthday, because like we're going.
He was like, I want to go.
And why do you want to come?
They was in a section popping bottles, and I was sitting on the side with drink tickets with him.
Yeah, they brought a casket full of Moet out, and my friend couldn't be in the section with us because her man.
It's like, oh, just pour me a glass.
At the bar, so we had to lean up the couch.
Just pour me a glass, because I'm trying to be a supportive bitch, but I would never get into that shit. That's why I only date niggas who got their own friends. So you gotta know when you can and can't come with me. It's like, I know when I can and can't come with my nigga. I don't even want to go half the time. Like, I'm like, go have you a guy's night.
Amen.
But, like, going back to what I said, like, he taught me certain things that I will and won't allow in relationships because, like, he was so, like, he made me adventurous. I was already adventurous, but he made me, like, try new things and look up random places or try different things to do because he was really, like, fun. I will say that the most part, most of the time I went with him because he was fun. He was fun, had to do shit, had to go places. He liked to, like, experience things. But on the other side of that, he didn't want to take no trash out. And I'm like, you're a man. I'm not touching no trash. Like, in my house now, it's my uncle and my nigga, and I don't take the trash out. I don't even look at the trash. I don't carry no groceries. It's just certain things that I don't think I should have to do. Now, if on different circumstances, like, if we're at the car and there's, like, 8 bags in my hands full, my uncle, he'll try to get the bags, my baby, he'll try to get everything. I'm like, oh, no, let me get some bags. That's totally different. But, like, I'm not living with no man who feel like it's my job to take the trash out. Right. So that being said, I don't think shacking up is an issue if the shack up is with the right person. You just gotta make sure that they're the right. I don't know how you gonna make sure you're gonna try that shit out, and then you gonna fail or you not gonna fail. Right. But baby, I would rather you shack up with this man before you marry him because people think marriage. I think marriage is more. You can't take marriage lightly. Like you're tied to this person. Like, forever.
My brother sent me the marriage statistics today.
Oh, which what? Cause about what?
I'm gonna tell you what the marriage statistics are today.
Let's say that. Let's do it for Ghost Chat. Okay, yeah. So y'all, if y'all want to hear marriage statistics, we'll circle back on that. You know what I want to know?
You want to know what the streets talking about?
Always. My favorite thing to know. Okay. You keep me plugged in.
So, in the streets, okay, let's talk about Jayda Wayda. Yeah. I don't want to say her wrong.
Well, I call her Chavez. That's what I call her.
Chavez, right?
I don't know what the hell it is.
Jayda Chavez. But, like, I'm going to just call her Jayda Wayda. her and little baby on their little sneaky link situation right now.
They baby mom, baby daddy. What they sneaking about? Like,
I mean, cause I guess I won't say they sneaking, but like, is she trying to play it out like
right,
bae or whatever? And so he, I don't know where she was. Maybe she was doing a hosting somewhere,
right.
and he set up this hotel room for her.
Mm-hmm.
It was flowers and candles everywhere, and like a pre-Valentine's Day situation.
Right.
Real freaking cute, if I might say.
Mm-hmm.
And so they sent a little text message. She was like, "Oh, babe," and he was like, "Anything for you," and she was like, "I love it. I'm smiling so hard." And he was like, "I always want to keep you smiling so hard."
Right.
And it's just like, oh, and supposedly they've been broken up since.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Way back when.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, you got this little cute little setup, but a shade room posted a picture of the same night with him in the same pants and the same rings. Cause
they be digging. These people are crazy, like for real. They can find anything out. But I will say that, like me, like I can find anything. Like this girl posted a house on TikTok, and she didn't give no information about the house. All she said was the area it was in, and I found the house. So it's like
really?
you can. My uncle sent me the house, and I'm just like, oh okay. She said what? Grove Park. Literally, is how it was, and I started getting like put the details. Like you can find anything on the net if you're looking for it.
Right,
so.
Right. And so, of course, you know how the internet do. They compare his rings and they compared his pants, and they found out his little baby.
Right.
Shane Justin posted a picture, and little baby was in the background with the same pants on.
Right.
The picture that Jayda posted. And I was like, oh, cute. You know what I'm saying? Bitches live for a good hotel with flowers and
romance.
Petals everywhere.
Bitches live for effort.
Yeah, absolutely. I live for it. Please give me a hotel room. You can set my bedroom up like that.
Yeah.
I know some cleaners who would come clean it.
Okay, at least do. I mean, he can clean himself. Like, make the effort.
Right.
Make the effort. But yeah, that's cute. I think they've been doing this. Like, just because we hear rumors are like
this is my thing. You know what I'm saying? I honestly feel like you cannot help who you love. I think that is a thing. You cannot help who you love. You can... No, what I'm saying is, like, you can meet a person and you can be like, you love them, but, like, you can fall out of it. Like, you can't help that.
I feel you.
Like, you just can't help that. Like, even if you know that person isn't right for you, sometimes
but I don't agree with that though.
Make you like, damn, I love this person. But you shouldn't, but you can't help that.
But
the heart was what the heart.
Right,
was.
but the mind. But I feel like for me, I'm not now. I don't know the situation, but I'm saying it's like we don't know. I mean, we've heard different things that he has done, hasn't done, whatever the case may be.
Absolutely.
But if she want to be there, let her ass be there. Like if she happy, she happy.
I'm not here to judge her.
Right, I'm all for everybody being happy in your own happiness. But what I'm saying is like,
there's
I think
a certain level of disrespect that I won't tolerate.
But you can help. You can't help who you love, but you can help how much you love yourself. So like, there's the people that I've loved, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I feel like love is like a thing that doesn't go away, right? In the sense of like, there's people that like I can love you and not ever talk to you again. Like, literally, like, I can love you, and I think you're a great person for somebody else because the things that I wanted from you or I required from you or that I asked for, you have not provided.
Right.
So, I don't know if he does or doesn't provide those things. But I'm saying, for me, I'm like, you can't help what you love because, like, how you feel about people, it's like, you can't make that up. Like, I feel like energy is energy. Like, when you are poured towards somebody, you can't help that. But you got to know what's beneficial for you and, like, what's going to make you not like momentarily happy, but like long-term happy, if that's what you're looking for. If that's what you're looking for. Because everybody don't want that.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of people be like, oh, it's a lifestyle and this money and this and that. That girl makes really good money by herself.
But she don't, but that's, yeah, that too, but it's still like, you can make really good money down when you want to spend your own money.
Absolutely. And that's what I was going to say.
Also,
she make really good money so she don't need him, but
right.
Also, who the fuck wants to spend that like money?
But also she's baby mama, so she got a stamp on her. Also, my baby daddy is little baby, and the niggas in the industry. If you fuck, people always date people in their text packet, people in their DMs. My little baby, everybody want to hang out with little baby and kick with little baby, so they don't even want to fuck his baby mama because they want to burn that bridge. Because niggas are more loyal than niggas than they are the bitches.
Absolutely.
So I feel like that's also the case. So like, either she dating somebody, it's gonna be some nigga with less bread than him because the niggas that got the same bread as him can't fuck with her because she already been an ex off the fucking market.
Right. She's not that she's damaged goods, but for somebody of his stature, she is because they fuck with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I get that too, but like, girl. People are judging you and like don't listen to that. Clearly you're not listening to the outside noise and keep loving your man how you want to love your man.
Yep. As long as you're loving yourself.
Okay? Love yourself first. First and foremost yourself. And love your man. However you choose to love your man, that's on you. And don't listen to the outside music.
Right.
When it comes to me, I'm gonna love my man how I want to love my man. And like I will take my friends' advice and I am going to complain to my friends about my man because they're my friends and that's what they're here to do. But just because my friend said that nigga don't deserve you or that nigga you don't need that nigga, like, if I love him, I'm going to be there with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, do your thing, baby. I'm also here. I'm here for it. Also, let's talk about Ari. We talked about Ari last week about her talking about she don't give a fuck about domestic violence, women, whatever.
Right.
And so now, Ari said that she is going to start doing women's shelters for women of domestic violence, and she said that she's been doing things like that in the Atlanta area, but she wants to move to her hometown, Chicago, to do those things. Mm-hmm. And, great cleanup.
Cleanup. Mm-hmm.
Right, great cleanup for,
She got a good publicist.
Right, for the things that she has said previously that we spoke about on the last podcast. Mm-hmm. And so, I'm here for it. Whatever you want to do, if that's how you feel like you need to give back or save face for the things that you've done or said or whatever the case may be. Right.
She can mean them. Like, I feel like when people do stuff like this, it's like it's like the baby. We talked about that situation a while ago. I don't think maybe we never aired this, whatever, but we talked about it a while ago about, his situation. But it's like, you always have to, like, do PR damage control after you do stuff because the public and the people are your income. So you gotta get people back in your corner. So it's right. She could really care, but it's like, would she have typically done this if this hadn't happened?
Right.
Right. But it's like, cool. Thank you for doing.
I appreciate it because people need it. You know what I'm saying? She said that she's been doing those type of things here in Atlanta, and so now she just wants to take it back home, and help the women of her hometown. Okay. And kudos to her. I'm happy for you. Do your thing, baby. Give back to your community if you gotta do it.
Right.
Oh, sidebar. Remember whenever we used to during the holidays we used to give food to the homeless. That
was fun. We did a little pull up plates food giveaway. That was cool for real. I remember one time the guy told us
I was about to say that story. He was like, "Is there pork in this?" And it was just like, "What? This is free food.
Free food, nigga. Eat it or don't." Now all of a sudden,
do you have a place to live or do you not? Do you cook your own meals or do you?
Right.
Not?
Just be appreciative.
Like, be appreciative, like because you could have not.
And then the one guy we seen jerking off on the side of the road. He was getting it. He was literally getting it.
Then the one guy was like, "You need to tell people to form lines because then there's chaos." And we're just like,
he was like, "Oh, you need to come out here sooner because they've been giving away plates all day." Blah blah blah. I'm like, niggas still need to eat and this shit busts down. So what are you talking about?
People they are ungrateful.
Oh, remember I tell you what about the homeless people? Listen, let me tell you something. Like, we gonna okay? Is that all the streets talk about? Because I want to tell the streets something else.
All the streets talk about this week. Yes.
Thank you. We appreciate the streets, and we love to hear what they're talking about every week. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
What I do want to say is that Homeless people in Atlanta are unfucking grateful. Let me tell you something. I've given money to motherfuckers and they've given it back to me or didn't take it because it wasn't the amount of money they fucking wanted. So like, first of all, let me tell you something. I had a homeless bitch open my car door and hop in my motherfucking car one time in Decatur. I was at motherfucking, what's that?
South DeKalb.
No, there's a South DeKalb. Yeah, South DeKalb Mall. And the bitch motherfucking, she was saying something to me and I couldn't hear. I was like, I can't hear you. I could hear her. I was just like, bitch, I'm trying to get her out of here and be nice. And I guess I hadn't locked my doors. And she took it upon herself to hop in my shit, open my door. I said, ma'am, I have my purse on the seat, everything. Like, please do not get in my car. So that happened. One.
I would have lost my mind.
Literally. That happened. Then there was another dude. I don't even know what happened with this dude because the last dude pissed me off so fucking much. I remember he asked me, he was like, can I have like $1 or something, whatever. And I'm always like, first of all, I always give unless you are white. And I'm gonna be honest. The only time I give white people money is if they have a baby with them. And I gotta be feeling really bad. And they gotta look a little Hispanic or something. I don't fucking know. But I'm not typically giving out money to white people because I'm always just like, you're not using your white to your advantage. Like, you can get a job or get anything from, I don't know, call them Meemaw. I don't really know. Right. But, like, I'm not giving white men money typically. But I remember the guy had asked for some money and I had said, okay, yeah, but all I got is changes. So I'm trying to find a change. And he was like, ugh, and walked away. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was really like appalled because I'm like, bro, like, I'm giving you money. I don't have to. Like, no, I'm not obligated to give you coin. So literally like 3 weeks ago, I'm at the Kroger in Riverdale, and I hate this fucking Kroger. So I'm at that Kroger, and I'm walking out. Now, I realized in hindsight, I think this guy was watching me at the self-checkout, but I didn't know this until like later, like when I started putting pieces together. I still don't know this, but it's mine. That's what I think happened. Right. So I walk into my car, and he approached me only. He's like, "Oh, ma'am, do you have $1?" He literally asked me, "Do you have $1 or some change so I can I'm trying to get some food. I got kicked out last night." He gave me this whole story. And normally I typically don't care about your story because I'm either gonna give or I'm gonna not give. You can eat it, you can smoke it, you can put it up your ass. I do not care what you can do with the fucking money once I give it to you. Like that's not my burden to bear. I gave it to you, and that's my karma. So that's all I care about. Right. So he was giving his story, and I was like, in my head, like, I don't give a fuck. But as he's talking, I got my purse on, and I'm loading groceries in the backseat of the truck in my car. So like, I'm loading groceries in the truck, and then he's like, he asked for the money, and so I turned around, and I was like, I literally only have $1, because that's literally, I don't be carrying cash like that. I said, I literally only have $1 or whatever. I was like, no, I think it was. Honestly, he asked for $1 or $2. I think I only had $2 because it wasn't $1. I said I literally only have $2. That's all I have. Now, no, I literally have forgot I did take money out the self-checkout, but it was for something else. So when he asked me for the money, I hadn't even calculated that money because I already knew I had something planned for that money. Get this motherfucker the $2. I was trying to get him $2. I do like this to get him the money, right? He reaches out, I reach out, and like he's like this far away, so like he don't scoot forward. So I don't scoot forward. So we both just got like our hand out. And I'm like, bro, I'm a lady. I'm putting groceries in my car and I'm still trying to give you money. Why do I gotta lean forward and chase and bend and reach and give you this money? If you want it, you take it. Right. So I'm like here, like what the fuck is happening? Because I'm like in my head, like, especially this hand, because I'm turned this way putting groceries in the car. So I turn, I'm like, are you gonna take the $2 or what? And he's like, man, like that again, and walked away. I'm like, bro, and I had a system at this point, because like usually I don't argue with people, or especially men or homeless people, because I'm like, I don't really know like how you're gonna react. You're gonna try to shoot because niggas is crazy these days. But this day I was so annoyed because I was like, bro, like I didn't have no money. I'm putting groceries in my car, and I still was trying to give you my fucking last $2, and that wasn't good enough for you. So now I'm annoyed because I'm like, I was like, bro, you so fucking ungrateful. I was like, you clearly didn't need the fucking money. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, now I gotta talk to you crazy, right. And I didn't even want to do that. And I was trying to give you some money. I'm like, bro, you clearly didn't need the fucking money. You're clearly not hungry. Like, you're ungrateful as fuck. Like, and he just walked away, and that was it. And then when I was leaving, I seen him at the front of the store, like where the self-checkout is. And then it hit me. I was in self-checkout, and I took money out, and he seen that. You thought I was gonna give you $20?
So you could go buy some
dope. But in general, but no, like it's like common sense. You're a fucking stranger. You thought I was gonna give you $20 that I took out the self-checkout, and that was for you.
Right.
The 2 I gave you wasn't enough. To me, if I'm at the point in my life, and I said this to my nigga, I was like, if I'm at the point in my life where I'm outside begging or asking for money, whether I'm fronting or not, whether I got money or not, but if I in my head I say, today I'm gonna go outside and trick people into giving me money. It doesn't matter what they give me. I would still take it.
Right,
you got so much fucking pride that, and I wouldn't even get this nigga change, y'all. I was dead ass giving this man $2, like a $2 bill. It wasn't $2 bill. I wish I had one of those. I had one, and I spent the Harriet Tubman one, but I was going through hard times. But
you had a Harriet Tubman.
I gave it to the guy at the Chinese store we used to live at. Somebody gave it to me at the Marriott. Oh. Yep. So yeah, I gave him $2. Like, I guess if I gave him change, maybe I can even see that. But I gave him the $2, and then he was like, he shitted on me.
Like, that's so annoying.
He shitted on me. So whatever. The fuck ever. Like, y'all gotta stop being ungrateful because people do not have to give you their money. We're not obligated.
Right. Okay, bitch. I definitely do not.
And I always give and give back. And that's something that's like,
I definitely don't give white people no money because, like, I've watched some shows and it's just like the
exposing.
Yeah, like those people.
Like the guy in the wheelchair who wasn't really. Yeah.
Okay, and I used to work at this wing place on Cascade.
I remember. Oh, but I remember.
Right, and so like every morning.
That was short lived. That was real funny. I remember watching the cameras and shit. I remember everything about that. I remember that job. I remember that one.
And they asked me to work there. They came to my job at Red Lobster and asked me to come work for them.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I remember that one.
I was working at this wing place on Cascade, and like, I used to see this homeless guy at the fucking at the ramp, like the exit ramp,
right,
every morning when I was on my way to work because I worked the morning shift at this wing place. I worked at night at Red Lobster.
Right.
And so this man used to come in after his shift.
Right.
At the
shift
ramp.
On a ramp. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He would come in. He would order his wings. He'd be like, "Yeah, I'm about to. I made enough money for me to get some chicken and pay for my bus ride home tonight."
Right.
Like, oh, so you stand at this ramp and you collect this money from these people at this ramp,
right?
And you come in here to get some chicken so you can have on your ride home,
right?
So like, where the fuck is home?
Right.
Of course, he never told me where home was,
right?
But like, I didn't keep that job too much long after. Cause
right, but in your head you was like, "Where's home?"
Yeah, what the fuck
in your head, like, "Where's home?" If you got a bus ride home,
if you made enough money today to come here and get some
chicken and ride home,
okay,
you collect it up.
And the owner used to make these mom ass wear velvet cupcakes.
Right.
He made enough to get chicken and a cupcake to get on the bus and go home.
Right.
Today. What? Like, yeah, and he was a black man. He was a black man. And so that has scared my perception of the panhandlers.
Right.
Because, like, what? You going home on the bus? Like, what?
So you saying he should have been homeless, pretty much, if you out there panhandling. But that is the common conception. That is the common conception. If you meet people, they're homeless just as you think they are.
You're holding up this fucking. You probably ordered
holding
an
up
Amazon
traffic
package, and you cut your Amazon package box up, and now you're standing outside like homeless veterans.
And going home to your family. Yep.
Need money for food.
Right.
And you're going home to your fucking family after you made $200, $300, $400, $500 of panhandling a day.
Yep. I mean, panhandling is clearly a career.
Like, what the fuck?
Okay, so I know we was way off fucking topic, but yeah, y'all gotta get together. Y'all gonna be homeless back properly, please. And if y'all see this, no, I'm playing. If y'all see this, keep that in mind. And if y'all got homeless cousins, show them this. No, cause I do. For real.
Well,
so
I had an auntie, but she in
the crazy house.
Now.
I knew it. Yeah, it's probably for the best.
It is.
Yeah.
My cousin called my mama crying, and then that was just too much.
Yeah, and they put her in. Mm-hmm. So, all right, bet. So we said coming over is whatever it is, you just gotta make the best of it and know what you're setting yourself up for and your standards and like what you think, will come from it. Moving in, like, you just got to luck of the draw, roll the dice. It either work or it don't work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because when we know somebody, we do think you should, try it before marriage. But
absolutely.
But yeah, so
I'm not one of them bitches that's about to be engaged and my husband live across town
the street.
And I live here.
Right.
No, we live together. And when we get married, we're going to live together.
And me personally, I need to live with you beforehand so I can critique and tell you what I need you to change before we move in. Like, I don't like this. Don't do that. Like, I used to date somebody who, as soon as they came in, they would drop their clothes, everything right at the fucking door. And that's my biggest pet peeve. Pick it up. Bring it upstairs. It belongs upstairs. You come in, you drop your shoes, your shirt, your jacket, everything. You just strip down. You that fucking exhausted?
Okay.
So
if
yeah.
I leave my nigga out here, when I wake up in the morning and I come out here, his pants are gonna be out here, his shirt gonna be out here.
Right. Like, and my eyes be like.
And I'm just like, bro, you couldn't take, literally, it's 5 steps to the room.
Literally.
You can't take this shit to the room.
So, is there a time frame on meeting people's parents and their kids?
Steve Harvey said no.
Did he?
He did.
Oh, he toxic as... I posted a post the other day and I was like...
Hold on.
So, I posted a post the other day and I forgot exactly what it said, but it was something like, I'm gonna unfollow you. Something like, you do weird shit, like follow Steve Harvey on Instagram. So it's like, right, because Steve Harvey is like, he's toxic, like, think like a man, like, so yeah, so what was you saying? What he had said or whatever?
I was saying that Steve Harvey said it's never too soon to introduce your kids to your person you're dating, because the sooner you introduce them, the sooner you know if they're good enough to keep around. If you introduce them early to your kids, then you'll know whether or not, you know what I'm saying?
Right, you want to be with them if there's a vibe. Okay, I do understand that, but for me, because I have a kid, I'm like, every nigga need to meet your child. So it's like, I get what he's saying in the sense of, if you like this person and you think there could be a future with this person, there is no too soon. So I will agree with that, because my nigga met Taylor because he asked to. That's literally how it happened. Like, cause he wasn't gonna never meet Taylor. You know me, I duck and move. You see her when at her dad's house. Like, you'll see me on the weekends when she gone. Like, or she'll be in bed when you come over. Or when you wake up, you gotta be gone before she wake up. Like, type. That's how I move in general. But yeah. So he asked me. I don't even remember how he asked me. He said something like, "Oh, is Taylor gonna be there?" Or like, "I'll meet Taylor tonight" or something. I was like, "Oh." You want to come before I put her to bed? Right. Oh, that's what you saying. Like, it kind of went like that. And he met Taylor, and, like, she loved him. Like, the fuck? He braiding her hair right now. Like, that ass, he a jack of all trades. I can't do it. So, yeah, I appreciate him, but I don't, everybody's situation is different. So, but I do think that, like, kids are a good gauge on people that you're dating, and like your kids vibe with like people, because I was a victim of a stepfather. Now I'm playing. I said a victim of. No, I had a stepfather, and in the beginning it was great and it was good. So it's like sometimes you really can't engage like off the beginning. You really gotta see how it plays out, but you also gotta watch and know your kids. I always said that I would never want my child to be. I never wanted to have like a blended family. So it's like Taylor's dad had this perception that. Me and the nigga I'm with now planned this to like steal his sperm and have Taylor. He's brought us up several times to have Taylor, and me and him been to each other and sail off into the sunset and have Taylor, and
he not be a part.
And he not be a part of it. But I'm like, no, I left you because you wasn't faithful. Like that's simply it. Like for me, like lying is a deal breaker. From that point on, we on whatever we was on, and we know we was on summer 2020. And me and him was living together. We wasn't together no more. So I'm letting you know, like, once you violate, everybody violating.
All bets is off.
All bets is off. I'm queen violate. So that's why I like to keep shit cordial and like everybody be honest up front from the gate. Because when shit go left, I'm gonna go ultra left. So it's like I don't think there should be a time frame on meeting a significant other, because I think that kids are a good gauge and they'll tell you like how much further they should go, but I don't think that everybody should meet your child.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have kids, so I don't have an opinion.
Yeah.
You know?
But
whatever works for you.
Right. Whatever works for you works.
Right.
And I don't know. But when it comes to like me and people's moms, like people be like, "Oh, he with my mom and my mom." I think but their mamas don't matter. People's mamas do not matter. Mamas gonna ride and they gonna die. They gonna lie for you. They gonna die for you. They gonna ride for you. They gonna set up phone calls. Some people's mamas have a little coof and they will tell you like, "Well, baby, I like you. And you know my son ain't the one. And you know he been doing you dirty since '08. Like, it'll be something like that. But in general, most mamas is gonna ride till I die. Hey, cause my mama, she meet everybody and that don't mean shit.
My mama gonna ride till the wheels fall off.
Right. To the wheel. Baby, the wheels can fall off and they can be riding on.
They could be rolling down the street solo.
Sparking.
And my mama gonna be like, that's not my son's car. His car gonna be like, doo-doo. My mama gonna be like, no. My son would
never.
As her son is.
Actively.
Okay.
Why he's actively.
Like, we all know that's his girlfriend probably be like, we gotta get him a new tire. My mom be like, that is not his tire.
That's not him. He's not even driving that.
Right.
So yeah, meeting people's mamas is like, I think it's overrated. I mean, maybe if you're from the South and you got like a certain kind of more like nobody meets my mom and all kind of stuff. I'm like, some guys be talking like that, but like, I really don't think like. I don't really know, cause like I've met a lot of people's mamas, and and some of their mamas I didn't like. I met his mama the first time, and like it set the precedence for our relationship, literally. Because the first time I met her, he was living with her before he moved in with me. He was living with her. And he told me to come over. Like, his best friend was there, like, from in town. And he was like, "Oh, y'all can all spend the night." And I'm like, "Did you ask your mom, could I spend the night? Because, like, I'm a whole female. Like, your best friend can stay, but can I?" And so we went over there, and his mom was kind of like, "Who are you?" type shit. And what you doing in my house? Like, spend the night. Like, her energy was mad, like, what you doing here? This is my son type stuff. And our whole relationship, she was there. We went to the movies. She was there. We went fishing. She was there. We went to go skip rocks at the fucking pond. That bitch was there. I would look up and I'd be like, I'm Six Flags any and everywhere. I'd be like, you there? He's like, "Oh, my mom's coming." But now I know why, because she wasn't happy in her own marriage. So that's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? But you can't put those things on the person you're with. So that being said, like, meeting somebody's mama, like, to me that really just, I mean, it matters if it matters to them. I guess if it matters to that person. Like, for me, my mama, she my nigga, so that's different. So like,
yeah, for me too.
Our mamas is like they with the squad.
I think for my brother it's different, but for me it's kind of like
Gina gonna be there.
Right. It's like Tonette, yeah.
She'll be there. Yeah, it's cool. Don't worry about it. You can be there. She'll say hi, whatever. We'll talk about you later. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So like my mom's met people, and but now I will say I was dating somebody and she met him. She came down, met his family. And she was like, "You're too much for him." I'm like, and my mama don't never tell me like she's normally like,
"Oh, for who?"
The one I was just talking about.
Oh.
She did. Right, yeah. She was like, "You're too much for him." I was like, "What?" She was like, "You're just way too much for him." She was just like, "Your personality, like she's like, you're run all over him." And even if you don't, like, she was just saying like, your energy, like, he's way too, like, he not enough to handle you. And I was like, "You're right. He not enough. I'm a bad bitch." But yeah. So that was it. That was it for that.
Gina.
I love her too. Okay, I got one more before we get into the vibes, because I do want to tell you what the vibe is or not, because y'all was wilding the fuck out this week on the vibes.
Okay.
So, I will say, one more thing, and this is for my lovely co-host, because I love her so much. This is for her.
God.
It's for her. And because I'm a shady bitch. When is too soon to get a pet with somebody?
It's never too soon. Because listen, I got a pet, and then we live together, y'all. But also our niggas.
Oh wait,
frequent.
Who live together?
Me and you.
Okay. I'm about to get into it. Okay, go.
So So she got a pet. I mean, she got a cat.
My cousin bought me that cat.
She got a kitten.
And she's still mad about it because I gave that kitten away.
Let me get there.
That's another story. Don't throw me under the bus and doing your story.
She got a kitten.
She a petty bitch.
And I got a puppy. And we got them maybe like a week apart. Mm-hmm. Who knows?
I got mine first.
Whatever, she did. She got hers first. And then I found my dog. And I got my little puppy.
Mm-hmm. They was best friends.
Right. And then so she started talking to the nigga she was just
hey!
nigga she was just talking about. Okay. And so
what that got to do with your dog?
Right. I'm just saying, me and my man, we got a dog, and we had a cat and a dog. We had a cat dog. We had a cat dog. Okay. They would chase each other up and down the steps. Cat
they
dog.
did. And they were so small.
They were puppies. You're not doing it again. Don't show me no fucking kitten.
Babe. Look at them, they so cute. They're in the box next door in our apartment. Look at them, they so cute. The cat, she had them. We want to get one before they become feral. Look at it. Look at that one, so cute with blue eyes. They don't got blue eyes. They don't got blue eyes. They all got like blue. They're so fucking pretty.
What about
cats.
the pet you have now?
I'm getting rid of that bitch. I don't like that bitch. No, I'm playing. No, we gonna get her trained. We get that dog trained. I'm not worried about that. I'm a cat lady. I don't give a fuck about dogs. I do like Skylar. We'll talk about that too. Getting dogs with pets, because that bitch was trying to come see her fucking dog and shit. And I'm like, bitch, move the fuck on. Ain't your dog no more, hoe.
So I did have a dog with one of my exes or whatever. And so he thought, let me tell y'all, so we thought once we broke up we would co-parent the dog.
Oh, just a dog? Who else did you want to see?
His daughter. I loved her. We did dances together.
What about that door? What about that door?
We was nay-naying, me and his daughter, okay?
What about the door, though?
What door?
Did you run her into? You walked her into?
I don't even think he's talking about Let it go. We won't talk about the door. We're going to talk about the dog, not the door.
Not the door, the dog, not the door. The dog, not the door.
Anyway, we had a dog. I don't even fucking remember the dog's name. One of my friends, though, she always remembers our dog's name.
Ooh.
Vicky.
What you do?
Okay, so yeah, Vicky always remember our dog's name. It's like, who knows?
Who knows? It wasn't your dog. You didn't get custody.
I did. Oh, and let me tell you why I didn't get custody.
Why? You wasn't a fit parent?
No, because listen, he thought I felt it in my bones. So we would like alternate our weeks. I would keep him this week. He would keep the dog the next week. And then one week, I know he had started talking to a new bitch.
Right.
And I know that the bitch had came with him one time to drop the dog off.
Right.
And so he tried to drop the dog off the next week. And I was like, oh no, I'm not home.
Right.
And so, like, then I stopped answering because, like, oh, you thought you was about to drop that motherfucker off on me.
Oh, to keep.
To keep.
Oh.
I didn't want to be a full-term mom.
A full-time dog. Right. You know, you wasn't committed to the process. That's what it was.
I wasn't.
Are you a dog mom or no?
Yes, now.
Oh, now.
No.
You ain't even got a dog now, bitch. How you gonna?
Back then, no. I did not want to be a dog mom back then.
So you was faking it then. Right. You shouldn't have been a dog mom then.
I wanted a dog with him.
You wanted him. Dig deep.
Bitch, you know I want that little dick.
You know, bro.
Everybody know that. I said it every time.
No, but you really liked him, though.
I did like him.
You did like that nigga.
He would not have sex with me until I fell in love with
him. Because he knew. Remember that one guy that was bringing me all the flowers and stuff? Because he had that little ping. We talk about that. No.
Oh, my God, y'all. He made me fall in love.
He really did. And you did.
And I did.
And I'll never forget, because Cindy keep bringing it up all the time. She'd be like, remember that one time we was in the car? You know, I wasn't there, because that was that one weekend I was acting crazy.
Oh, yeah, Tiffany.
That one weekend I was wilding out. And
that was that weekend.
That was that one weekend I'll never forget. And she was like, remember that one time they just told her nigga had a little dick? She keep bringing it up. You know, she will never stop. She will never forget that.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Right. She'll be 65 and she'll be bringing that shit up. Okay.
He did.
So I mean, I do think it's too soon because, you know, my nigga now, the dog we got now, and I say we because Skylar's my dog. That's my bitch. It's not his ex's bitch no more. She gonna hit him up talking about, oh, like, so when can I see Sky? Never, bitch. Get a new dog. That's not your dog no more. So one of y'all takes the dog or the other one. Ain't no weekends. This ain't no fucking kid. Like, let's stop the bullshit. Like, honestly. Like, this is bullshit to me. Like, it's a fucking dog. Like, can you be attached to dogs? Yes. Are dogs people?
No.
No. Bitch, you're not coming to pick her up on the weekends. You're not taking her to daycare. She's not going to ballet with you, ho. Don't call no more.
Period.
Don't call no more. And she had nerve to call my phone, but that's a whole nother story. She had nerve to call my phone wanting to get candid.
Listen, when that nigga called my phone, he was like, oh, you gonna keep it? I don't fucking know what the fuck the fucking dog's name was.
Pedro.
No.
We'll call Pedro. Jaquise.
No.
Gerald. What do you want to call him? We call him something. We call him whatever. Rocco. I don't even remember my dog's name.
Was Rocco. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna bring Rocco to you this weekend. And I was like, no, you're not. And my
you felt it. You felt it. You knew it.
He was ready. He was with that new bitch.
And bitch, he was to jump that dog off and cut all ties. And cut all ties for you. That's what it was.
Like,
yep.
No.
He won't do weekends no more.
No. I was like, I don't want it.
You put a fast one on him.
I was like, no, I'm not. I can't keep the dog. He gave that dog away and they got a new dog. He
gave Rocco away? He cold-blooded. He a killer, man.
He did.
Well, you know,
I
did give my cat away because my ex didn't like the cat or whatever. But it was just bad. I really wanted that cat. But, you know, I was a dumb bitch then.
Actually, and that's the only cat she ever had that I really liked.
He was so sweet. I don't remember his name.
I don't either.
I think his name was Mittens.
I don't know.
Something
like that. It was something like that.
Beethoven. I don't know what his name was.
Beethoven, I know that.
I don't know what his name was.
It was the cutest little cat, y'all. And
it's just the only cat I like. Okay, my big cat. We're not gonna get into that.
Rocco loved that damn cat.
They was best friends. Bitch, you just learned Rocco's name 5 minutes ago. Don't be dropping Rocco like that's your dog. You cut it out, bitch.
Yeah, okay. I didn't have to call Vicky this time and ask for my dog's name.
Tell some Rocco like. But yeah, so we're gonna say pets. Don't get no pets with nobody, okay?
Not
like
off rip.
It's too soon. So how soon is too soon? It's too soon to get a motherfucking pet. Don't get no pet unless y'all together long term.
And y'all live together because we didn't even live together.
Because this bitch, when can I see Skylar again? She's not even that fun. She untrained. She don't listen. I'm like, what you want? If you can keep her if you want to, but he not gonna be dropping her back and forth to communicate with your ass. Let's be clear, because I feel like that's a tie to your past. A dog, a kid is something different. A kid's what you have to do. That's an obligation. Right. A dog is a choice. You get what I'm saying? Pets are a choice. You have a choice to have your dog, to get them up, to keep them, or pick who parents them, or whatever the fuck it is. Right. But a kid, you have to share them and communicate and have a healthy relationship, which I believe in. But for a dog, bitch, don't call my nigga asking when he dropping fucking Skylar off. He's not dropping that bitch off. You can come pick her up for forever and for long term.
Right. If you want a dog, here's the dog. But there'll be no trade off. You want to constantly communicate to see who.
To me that's corny. So
we're not doing that.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing we're gonna say is too soon. So like, did we say? Oh yeah, we said shacking up is too soon if it ain't the right nigga. And then we said coming over if you want him to keep you in a box, let him come over on the first try. So yeah, but pets. That's too. Don't do the pet shit. It's corny. Like it sounds good and it's cute, and then you think that in like, oh, okay, we got a pet together. Right. Then we'll see how this works, and maybe we'll get a kid together. No, it's not the same. It's not fucking same thing. Only same thing is you picking up shit. That's the only same thing is you cleaning shit. That's all fucking same thing. So don't do it. So we gonna say that's a no on that.
No, don't do it, guys.
You know what I want to do?
Tell me.
It's time for vibes or no. Y'all was wilding this week.
About y'all. Cause we was wild the fuck out this week.
I gotta pull this stuff up because I do not have all the stats on hand. So the question was, do you give or expect head the first time you have sex with someone? Mm-hmm. And the statistics are 40% of people said yes, they give or expect head. And 60% said no, they do not give or expect head. But I want to read some of y'all comments.
Yes.
I want to read some of the shit that y'all said.
Let me hear what these folks have to say.
No, I'm playing. What about to start naming their like
naming
their ad names, putting everybody on blast, like so and so. No. Okay, so someone said yes, they do expect head, and it said they expect to receive 100%, but give on a 50% chance. I'm the freaking prize over here. So meaning what they're saying is they want it every single time if it's the first time. Right. But it's a 50% chance they may give it to you.
So does the 50% depend on how good their head was?
No, it probably depends on how drunk they are, because that's how it depends for me. I mean, I don't know. I need to give details, but if you know who you was, you said yes, receive 100, give 50. If you want to give us details on what you meant by that.
Let me tell you this. Tell your mama stop answering these questions.
Oh, she always answers. Oh, she a nasty. I didn't even get to hers yet. Somebody said yes, they expect it. Somebody said you got to give to receive. Someone else says I won't the first time, but they always do, and that's a motherfucking fact. They always do. Everybody I've ever messed with, no, I don't get him the first time. If I don't even know you, I ain't that kind of. I don't do that. And then, baby, that first time they be down there looking like an ice cream cone. So all I'm saying is, like, be honest. A lot of men aren't honest with themselves about how often they want to give or receive it. Okay, so some more comments we got. Somebody said respect. They expect it. I am not giving head. I don't know if if I don't know if the sex is good. So I do understand that. They said no motivation. So she pretty much saying like, I gotta see what the dick hitting for first before I get down there and start sucking it, which is understandable.
I understand that.
We got somebody say I'm more than willing to. Oh, he's a freaky freak. Oh, the first time he being very honest and candid. What the fuck you tapping me for? He ain't need mine.
I'm just playing.
I ain't saying he didn't want to, but he ain't need mine.
I know.
Okay, this one said, I expect it. What I look like turning down some head. That's funny because you gave me head the first time. This person, you gave me head the first time. What you expected? Well, you be giving it, motherfucker.
Let me give me a step.
And you are one of the ones who said that you wouldn't do it. And baby, you was down there. Stop playing. Don't play yourself, boy. Okay, somebody else says, from a hoe I expect it, but from a girl I want to fuck with, that's P of her. I don't even know what player or pimping. But that's what you told me. It mean player or pimping.
Because that's what they were saying in my DMs when I asked about it.
Well, I'm gonna let you know that this doesn't work in this sentence. Then, you might want to find out.
It could be that player of her if she do.
Well, it says from a hoe I expect it. But from a girl I'm fucking with, that ain't... it ain't player. I'm sorry. I forgot one of the... So I'm the issue, not you, boo. Okay. It ain't player of her. So he ain't fucking with it. So pretty much, that goes back to our very first thing. Like, if a nigga want to wife you, he don't want you sucking his dick the first time. Because he wants you to show, like, some sort of decorum or class. Right. But, once again, it all depends on the man. Because, baby... You can turn a hoe into a housewife.
Oh, somebody else said yes and yes.
And somebody said yes. That's a bland answer. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we gonna go ahead and say that. Do you expect head or give head on the first try?
Let's ask our behind the scenes guest.
We can't because our guest does not have a microphone. But you want to?
No. She can check her yes or no.
Do you give or expect it? Expect it?
I don't give, but I expect it.
Okay, she's been.
Okay. I generally get it.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Period.
Okay, yeah. I understand that. If you didn't hear her, she said she doesn't give the first time, but she expects it.
She expects it.
Yeah.
So we got a 40-60, but
how do you
unfortunately,
feel? How you feel? Tell me. I want to know
you know you're gonna get it, but I want to rule them out. I want to let y'all know it is a vibe. Is it a vibe or not? It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Give it head the first try. I'm gonna say it's a vibe now. Be very clear. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I will give it the first time. I'm not saying I won't. It's very circumstantial. Like,
right, absolutely. I agree with that.
There's a lot of times that, like, the first time I had sex, I wasn't even thinking about giving you head. But if the vibe is there, the chemistry is there, if I'm lit, I don't know, it just depends on, like, the environment and the chemistry. Like, I feel like certain people's, like, aura and energy, like, pours you towards them. You just like, oh, yeah, I want to show you, like... I want to show you all of me, and I'm about to get down into it. Yeah, and I'm feeling that, and I feel comfortable enough to do that.
Right.
So it's like,
and
I think
not feel judged.
I'm gonna say it's a vibe.
Absolutely, I feel like it's a vibe.
Especially if we're saying give or expect it, because like I'm always expecting it. Because anybody who has ever told me that they don't give it, they've given it. So tell me, go ahead, enlighten me.
Okay, so listen, I definitely agree that it's a vibe. And certain people, energy on the first link, the first date, you can tell what their energy.
Well, we're not gonna say first date. We're just saying the first fuck. You gotta fuck on the first date.
Yeah. Oops.
What's happening? My lancet.
If we're being honest, one of our questions said,
right,
do you fuck on the first link?
Right, earlier you had already, bet. Okay, so, give your kid an answer. I'm just,
However, but, yeah, it just depends on your energy.
Right.
If the energy is good and we both feeling it, or if we're both drunk enough, then, cool. Maybe,
it's gonna happen.
Maybe I might not. Who knows?
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah, everybody can say they don't do it, but it's like, the amount of people who say...
I've had a nigga who said he don't do it. Also, he was a daddy.
Right.
He was a sugar daddy.
Right. The amount of people who say they don't do it are the same niggas who say... the same niggas who don't use condoms. So that's all I'm saying. Like, let's be candid. Because everybody like to act like...
Give me some.
Like, you don't eat pussy on the first date, but you like the raw dog? That's strange.
Okay, and that was the daddy.
Well, that's strange.
That was the sugar
daddy. Right, but that's strange. You want to put your dick in me raw, but you don't want to eat me out. Like, I mean...
You thought I was gonna...
Okay.
You don't know me.
So, yeah, hey, we're going to say it is a vibe. So, what works for you, works for you. What works for us is, if the vibe is there, it's there. So, yeah, give it head on the first. I mean, it's a vibe if the vibe is there. So, we're going to say that motherfucker is a vibe. Yep, and that's all I got. So, if it's a vibe or not, it's a vibe. And that's that.
It's a vibe.
So, you know what I think we should do?
Tell me.
Slide into girl chat and wrap this up. I'm done with y'all for today, because, baby, we done...
Y'all are intrusive.
Baby, it's been a long night, and I don't even know how. Me and Deja be filming these episodes, and they always feel like, we can be like, yeah, we're gonna come, we gonna film them. And the next thing you know, we be like, we've been here all 3 hours in, and y'all get an hour of material. So just keep that in mind. So, okay. What was our girl chat for this week? I told you a minute ago, and you don't even remember everything. And I can't remember what it was. I told you to pause and say that for later. We were talking about something.
We were talking about something. I said save it for. You said save it for later. What were we talking about?
Let me think. So, shacking up, kids, family. What was it? Sex on the first. That was our girl chat. Okay, well she might be right. Okay, bet. So we're gonna take it from Brit Brat. So we're gonna say sex on the first date. So we'll girl chat about that. Like, y'all doing that or not? I mean, like we're not asking y'all is a vibe. We just want to know, like,
if y'all
what are you
do it?
Right, like
if y'all are into it, if it happens or not. Have y'all had one night stands or what I'm saying? For me, I've had one night stands.
Oh, let's hear about. Matter of fact, that's what it was. One night. And Brit Brat said that.
Put a ring on it. Put your ring in the camera, honey.
Baby, okay. So they do turn out well. We told y'all that in the motherfucking beginning. And the motherfucking, you can't prejudge no motherfucking situation. And I said that. Yep.
I hope y'all saw that.
Did I not say that?
If not, head over to my Instagram because I posted
and then check it out.
Engagement. Okay,
period, and check it out. So, one night stands. I want to hear your. Okay, so I have a crazy one night stand story. One I kind of told earlier. So, what's a good one night stand story you want to tell? Because then we want to hear y'all's. Like, let us know y'all one night stand stories that either went well or went left, and it don't matter.
Let's bring up my friend who always knows my dog's name when I don't know. I won't say her name again because if you remember, you remember. If you don't, you don't. So she has some friends in town, and we all went out for an evening on the town in Atlanta.
An evening on the town.
An evening on the town in Atlanta. That means we
where y'all go? Right, where y'all go?
Who knows? We bar hops. It was a great night. I know that. We did stop at my man's house who had the dog with. We stopped because he used to sell the weed.
Right. Okay. Bet. Before. Yep.
We stopped at his house, got some weed.
Oh, you talking about? Okay, go ahead.
And so we had a great evening. We went out. We went to a couple of spots. It was a good time. I was wasted. Great night.
White girl
wasted. And then he was like, one of the guys who was with, he was just like, oh, let me come back to your spot. Let's kick it. Let's whatever. And I was like, no, I'm so drunk. Like, no, you can't come upstairs. In my younger days, my room was always a mess. So it was just like, no, you cannot come back to my house. I did not prepare for men to be in my house this evening. Right. So, no, sir, you can't come. He's like, oh, no, it don't matter. I don't care. Like, wasted, fucked up. Who cares the fuck? Whatever. Right. And my mom was like, you know what? I'll just fuck this nigga on the couch. Because, like, right. Whatever. And so I was like, I'll fuck this nigga on the couch. And then, whatever. I woke up and we were in my bed. We were in my bed. It was a great night. What I can remember, it was a great night. We woke up in my bed and I was like, why are you in my room? I'm so embarrassed. He was like, it don't even matter. I had a great time.
So what is that relationship with friendship now?
I haven't seen that man since then. We are friends.
But it's a great one night stand. It's literally. I wasn't even thinking about this one night stand.
You know who I'm talking about?
No, a different one for me.
For you. Okay, yeah.
So the bachelor party.
Oh.
Baby.
This was, Brittany, it don't even matter.
We'll talk about that later. Oh, I forgot that even happened.
Girl, that was a great weekend. I was trying to get some, but it didn't work out.
I almost became his wife. He was getting married the next weekend. Baby, that man was ready to put a ring on it. He was just like, I don't even understand, like, why are you doing this? Like, I'm like, doing what? He's like, why are you having a one night? It's just, you're just so, I don't understand. I'm like, you got somebody in some
coddler.
I'm a coddler. I just know how to make you feel loved. It's my personality, and I don't care a fuck about you. But I know how to make you feel loved, and I am a lover. And I'm like, you find love in random places. So I'm always willing to give love. So I was giving him love, but I'm like, you got somebody, and I got somebody I love too.
That was a nice shower.
I was like, but he don't want me though. But that's a whole different story, you know. Anyways, I forgot that happened to just now. You telling your story. Okay, so Deja invited me over to her friend's house because she's like, oh, they having a bachelor party, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. They got an Airbnb. Boom. I pulls up. Now, no, I was at work, so I got there later than everybody. So I did not know who the bachelor was. Nobody pointed me in the direction and said, he's the bachelor. It was none of that. So we was in there kicking it, and I was like, ooh.
Because by the time she got there, we were already shit-faced.
Everybody.
Okay?
She's
and
like,
these are my college friends, so when
shit-faced.
When I say shit-faced, I mean literally shit-faced.
So I'm like, I pull up. I'm like, oh, this tall nigga is choosing.
Literally,
I'm like,
when I say this nigga,
as soon as I walked in, he was looking at me like I was a piece of steak. And I was just like, this nigga is choosing. Who's this nigga? And I started listening to everybody talking. I was just like, oh, shit. This nigga the bachelor. I was like, oh, fuck. Here I go. I got myself in a pickle again. I'm in a pickle again. So I was like, well, we're here. Or whatever. And he was choosing. He was fine. He was tall. And he was skinny. And he was slinging that motherfucking schlong. And I was just like, well, here we are. So, yeah. So, I felt this man the whole weekend. I mean, like, passionate. Like, when I say me and this man we made love. Like, we made love that weekend. Like, literally. He must have known this was the last pussy he was going to have before he married his wife. He had me in a shower. First of all, the shower was immaculate. First of all, Deja came upstairs because it was funny because at one point, me and him was in a room together. And I guess the other guys had went upstairs. I don't know what day this was. They had went upstairs, but they had went to other rooms. But Deja thought they was in the room with us.
Right. Everybody was getting ready to go out.
She was trying to make sure that they wasn't in the room with me, so she bust upstairs. I'm like, bitch, ain't nobody in here taking a video. What do you think is happening? Well, I was just trying to make sure they won't. I'm like, bitch, nothing is happening, but what should be happening, and it's happening. Right. Like, and it's happening great. But when I say I fucked this man the entire weekend, and it was amazing. And I'm be candid. Because we got to be candid. This is what we do.
Tell us.
The first time we had sex, I'm like, yeah, you need to put a condom on. And we did that. But the first time, I'm not gonna say the first night, I'm gonna say the first time. The rest of the weekend, I'm just like, ma'am, sir, ma'am, sir, whoever you fucking are. I'm like, you're getting married the next weekend, and you, now granted, now be clear, I am young, and everybody like to pretend like they have not done things in their past that they're not proud of.
Still 25, 20.
We did have sex, and I'm just like, bro, you raw dogging me, you get married on fucking Saturday, like, and you in here giving it up. Like, what if I was ovulating? When I said we were fucking in the shower like a movie, my hair was all wet and shit. It was crazy. It was crazy, like, for real. That was like my top 5 sex scenes because it was just so much and so crazy. They end up getting in a fist fight and a brawl at the fucking Airbnb, punching walls and shit.
Listen,
so you know
that
me.
Shit was wow.
It was crazy. We was there watching them fight, blood everywhere. We left. But I came back.
Punched in and everything. I did not.
I came back. He texted.
I should have went.
He texted me.
My life could have been
different. I texted him. I'm like, "Are you okay?" You know, trying to pretend I was sympathetic. Because first of all, the fight had nothing to do with him. But I remember he jumped into it because he was lit. He was like, "Yeah, what y'all doing?" No, so he started fighting and shit. I'm just like, "Bro, sit down. You're
not even that tight.
Sit down. You're not that guy. Sit down." But he jumped in. So I'm like, I texted him like, "Are you okay?" You know, because you know me. I know how to like. I'm not gonna say feelings and niggas' egos, but I was. I'm like, "Are you okay?" You know, just making sure you're okay. I'm just checking on you, blah, 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 all this other shit. He was like, you're a great woman type shit. He was like, if you wouldn't mind coming back tonight. I was like, of course I would. But I was coming back anyways. I was coming back anyways. That dick was good. That dick was good. I stayed with him the whole weekend. And then Sunday morning, I woke up and I kicked myself out. I'm like, bro, I gotta go. He's like, oh, you're not gonna stay? I'm like, bro, I'm not staying. Like, there's nothing to stay for. Y'all check out. It's 10 o'clock. I check out at 11. Y'all got a hole in the wall. I gotta get out of here. I don't want to think I'm liable for anything. I gotta go. But that was a great one. I've never heard from him again.
Beyond your sexcapades, that
was a crazy week. It was a crazy weekend. It was great sex too, for real. I
have videos from that weekend, and all the videos look like us having
a great time. Everybody was, and I cooked that weekend. That was the first.
Natea got a video of me ironing a nigga clothes.
Unbeknownst. That's all I'm saying. And I had to cook. That's what it was. And I had to cook on Saturday. Matter of fact,
I did not have sex with that man, and I was ironing his clothes.
Ironing his drawers. What they say on Love and Basketball?
Oh, baby.
So yeah, that was my one night stand that I'm gonna tell y'all about, because that was crazy. I didn't talk to him since, but he watched my Insta stories every couple months, because I guess he still hasn't forgot about me, because I mean, it popped like Coca-Cola. I wouldn't forget either. So I mean, I guess he's happily married now. You know, his page is private. I tried to check before, but I'm not playing. I tried to check. Right. No, I'm not pressed. No, I'm happy now. I moved on. I'm happy. But I like to be nosy still. So I was trying to check a while ago, because like he'll watch my Insta stories even though he don't follow me. So I'm just like, oh, what you looking at?
You remember, huh?
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. He do. So yeah, that was my one night stand, and they just told you her. So like, we want to hear y'all one night stands for girl chat. Right. We want to know the down, the dirty. Did y'all get married? Did they put a ring on it? What happened? What was next?
Because we know it's possible.
It's possible, baby. Anything is possible.
Living proof.
Anything is possible if you're doing the right thing with the right man. So moral of the story is, nothing is too soon. How soon is too soon? Never.
Only thing too soon is pets.
It's a pets. That's the only thing we said was too soon. Don't get them motherfucking pets. No, okay? That's enough. That's where we draw the line, okay? A pet is an unnecessary tie. Literally unnecessary tie. It's not a fucking kid. So let's dub that shit out. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, no.
All right.
I think too soon is a pet. Remember that.
Okay, well, this has been another episode. Such a fucking lady, the podcast. Love y'all. Mwah. Well, that's it, y'all.